Hey everyone, Teri Gigi here. I wanted to jump on today and do a short video. I'm about to do a Bible study that I'm doing on C.S. Lewis. I hope you're all staying warm. I am videoing this on Tuesday of the Snowopolis week of the United States of America. We got snow flurries this morning in central Alabama, but we're just below that line of the snow line. So it's in Alabama, but it's more northern, Birmingham. So we're below that. But we did have snow flurries this morning, and it was really pretty, but it's all gone now. And yes, I have parents. I have two sets of parents that have power going on and off. I have a son I haven't heard from in 2 days now. His power's been off. My daughter, they're in Houston. They haven't lost power, but they have lost their water. It's a mess for sure. Oh gosh, I hope that's my son. No, it's not. Let me tell you, this is what I wanted to share too today, and then there's something else. I'm sticking with these two verses on one of my little note cards I've told y'all about. And this says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. Commit your ways to him. Trust also in him. Do not fret, it only causes harm." I have been on fret mode now since the electricity went out at my different places of my people that I love, and the temperature is like 10. So it's terrible. So I've been fretting a bit, but I've been praying too. And this is another verse that I really like, so I wanted to share it with you too. That was Psalm 37, 4, 5, and 6, I think. This one is Psalms 27, 13, 14. "I would have lost heart unless I believed that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living." What that means is here on earth. You know, I'm not just praying for the future in heaven. I'm praying for today on the earth, that I would see the goodness of the Lord. Wait on the Lord. And in parentheses, I put anticipate and have great expectations. You don't know how many times I've been saying, "Lord, I have great expectations that the electricity is going to go back on so that my children don't freeze to death." Be of good courage. He shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. So I'm waiting on him to answer my prayer that all is well, at least with my Houston gang. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm about to do a Zoom call with a Bible study I'm doing right now, Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. I think I've already told y'all I'm doing this Bible study on Zoom with some ladies in Austin, and we are also using this discussion book. Fantastic book, blowing my mind. When you've been raised in a certain religion your whole life and you just went to the same kind of church your whole life. I'm 60, okay? This is blowing my mind. It's opening my eyes to so many things about what I've thought. It's so good. It's simple but really deep too at the same time. Can't explain it. Something else I wanted to talk about really fast. I don't know why I always say really quickly. Probably because I'm hoping you don't click out. I know. I wanted to show y'all 3 books. I'll do that next time. I got 3 books for Valentine's Day that I ordered for myself with Scott's blessing. And I'm reading one of them. And it's blowing my mind too. I've read a page or 2 of one, blew my mind. One I'm not opening yet. It's nonfiction. And the first one, I am learning so much. I can't even tell you. It's crazy. Okay. Now, what else I wanted to say is go back to the video I just posted. It was, what was it? It was a Storytime video on when this woman, back when I was 21, I think I was 21 or 22, she accused me to other people of going after another woman's husband. Nothing on the planet, y'all, could have been further from the truth. But I did want to add a couple things to that video now. If you haven't seen it, go watch it and you'll know what I'm talking about. Number one, when I said I was so worried about what everybody was going to think at church, like, did people know? Did the Sunday school lady Eloise know? Did, this person know? The preacher, did he know? I kept saying that for some reason in that video. But the main person I was concerned for was the man's wife, because she was a good friend of mine, and I had no idea what she was thinking all these months that this had been going on. So I was very concerned for her. I wanted to make two other observations. Number one, as I watched that video back and I was editing it, I tried to see it through other people's eyes. And I want to say, I admit I was naive. I was very naive. I was a young, so in love bride that I didn't even think anybody could even think that about another person, much less someone that just got married. I mean, what kind of a psycho would I be if I did that, But I was naive in just not being on guard constantly for someone not to think that. Although I'm not like that now, but I don't know what I was just naive. I was naive to what people could say, and I was naive of appearances that people could construe into something else. The second thing is, I can't tell you also how the guy never gave me any kind of a vibe. You know what I mean? So, and I certainly didn't give him a vibe of any kind. When you're given a vibe, you're doing it. It's purposeful. You can't give a vibe without knowing you're giving a vibe, okay? And he never gave me a vibe either. We had no vibe between us. But I think it was inappropriate for him to tell me what happened, that this was going on, when it was just him and I. You know what I mean? Like, even though he was on one side of a fence, I was on the other, and we're in public, we're in broad daylight. I don't think he should have told me, because it upset me so bad, and he had to have known that was going to happen. He should have gone to Scott, or they should have come to us, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? When you're that young, you don't confront people. At least I wouldn't have confronted. Some people said I should have confronted the woman that made it up. There was no way I was going within 50 feet of that woman. I was scared of her, which I shouldn't have been. She should have been scared of me. Also, after I posted the video, I checked my memory with Scott, and he only corrected one thing, and he was totally right. He said, we didn't leave right after that happened. He said, we still did go to Sunday school parties. He goes, did you forget the huge going away party they gave us? And I'm like, oh my gosh, no, yes, I forgot. They threw me this huge going away party, and they were all so sweet. But, that lady was nowhere, that started the rumor, was nowhere around. So I don't know why I wanted to share those few things with you. I keep getting text messages, still not from the person I want to hear from. So upsetting. So that's all. Well, you know what? I'm gonna get those books real quick, so I have something else to share with you. Hold on one second. Okay. On the advice of Jennifer Scott. Okay. On the advice of Jennifer Scott from the Daily Connoisseur, I bought 3 books for myself for Valentine's Day. Because I told Scott always goes, what do you want to do? Do you want to go out to eat? And I was going to make him a really special Valentine's dinner, which I did. It was so good. I should actually give y'all the recipe. It was a soup, but they called it like a chowder, but it had shrimp and corn and baby bella mushrooms, and it was made with fat-free half and half. Y'all, cheese. It was incredible. And it came from a junior league cookbook from Tampa that I bought years ago. And it's just so good. If you want me to share it with you, the recipe, let me know. Okay, so here's the books I got for Valentine's Day. Long Live the Queen. This is the book I went ahead and started online. I bought this kind of the hardback, whatever, paperback, but they let you start reading it before online, like the first 3 chapters. So my books didn't show up till the day after Valentine's Day. I was enraged at Amazon. They are not, 2-day shipping is just a thing of the past. But anyway, y'all, this is so good. I've already read that much. I am going to use, this is my new tip book, Tip Time. This has got so many good tips from Queen Elizabeth. Not that she's saying, here's my tip, but you go about through her days, through her life, and you learn how she coped with that much pressure and that much responsibility all these years. And it's amazing. I have a new respect for this. I mean, I've always loved her, but I have a new respect for her. So this is the first book. I recommend it too. And Jennifer did a video interview with him like 2 videos ago. So go to the Daily Connoisseur and watch it because it's fun even if you don't want to get the book. This is the second book and you're going to laugh because I'm going to admit something to you. The Jane Austen Diet. I don't know why I bought this one other than Jennifer said it was really good. And I think she's going to talk about it again. Actually, I think she already did. Anyway, whatever. Y'all, this book, it's by the same author that wrote the Queen Elizabeth book. I haven't read this book, but I flipped through it just to see. And y'all, he has pink highlights throughout the book. Are you dying? I was dying. And I read 2 or 3 of the little highlights because there's some in each chapter. But I didn't want to ruin the book. And then I started thinking, I probably should have read one of her books in order to get more out of this book. But y'all, this is the thing I'm going to admit to you. Call me Simple Simon if you want. But the what's the main book he wrote about Mr. Darcy? Or she wrote about Mr. Darcy. I can't think of the name of it. I can't think of the name of it. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I'll put the name here if I think of it. Well, I will think of it by the time I edit through this. But I tried to read that book, y'all, with Mr. Darcy and everything, and I couldn't get through it years ago. I couldn't get through it. It was just too, the language and everything, it didn't gel with me. But my granddaughter read it, who's 13. She just read it. Oh yeah, Gigi, it was really good. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So last night I went on Amazon Prime and I found a 5-part mini series of the book. And it was so good, 1 hour each part. It was really good. I got the whole gist of Jane Austen and how she writes and what she talks about. So I think now I will enjoy the book more. And I'm going to give that book another go. Okay, final book is Atomic Habits. I know everybody's talking about this, but I decided I really do want to read this. And I really do need some new habits in my life because I'm floundering. I don't know which way is up. I feel like I don't have any purpose. I'm going to talk to y'all about that some more. So yeah, so that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this crazy video and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.